Hey everyone, welcome back to Magically Unstable. I'm Kurt.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are here to talk about Disney.
And our anxiety.
And that's why we're magically unstable.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's do that one more time.
Or we can just keep that whole thing.
Oh my God, that made me lightheaded. Oh my God.
I'm Kurt.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are here to talk about Disney.
And our anxiety.
And that's why we're
magically unstable.
All right, everybody, welcome back to number 20. Number 20, episode 20. 20.
Wow.
What a feat.
We made it. We made it, boys. We made it.
Smile and wave.
Congratulations if you've listened to us since day one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I apologize, but also that's on you for listening.
Yep.
Yeah, super excited. Thanks for hanging out with us for 20 weeks at this point.
Jesus
we have a lot more
Christ.
surprises and fun things coming at you, so get ready. Strap the fuck in. All right, let's get started and touch base with each other, even though it's a Monday. Nick, how is your weekend? I'm going to rephrase this question. How is your weekend? Was your weekend?
You know, it was okay. It's been like super rainy in Florida. We've just entered rainy season, and it's been raining less, like frequent. How do I explain this? Like when I moved here last year at this time, it would rain like at 3:00 and it would be in an amazing thunderstorm and then it would be done. Whereas now we're going like whole days without raining and whole days with raining. So the last 3 days have been whole days of raining, and it's just been like dreary, because in Florida, like when it rains, the humidity doesn't go away for like 10 minutes. In other states, like it stays. It's hot as fuck. Like I've just been hella low energy with that whole humid, hot, like dreary, because like, you know, the Pacific Northwest, it's pretty. There's like misty mountains, and like in Wisconsin we would have like dreary, you know, it's just different. It's different, and it's like depressing, and I don't like it down here in Florida.
Yeah, it's also, I feel that way too when it gets, I guess, rainy the one day that it rains here in SoCal. But like, even when it's cloudy, I feel that way. And I honestly think it's because we live in such sunshine states. Like we have so much sunshine all year round that when we don't have sunshine, it's just like a complete 180, and we have like vitamin D deficiency immediately.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, hopefully you have 3 days of sunshine coming up.
You know what I hope actually happens? I hope that it rains so much that it changes the like ecosystem down here, and it just turns into rainy, dreary all the time, because then it'll be less hot because the sun will never be out. That
True.
could happen. I'm praying for it.
That could happen. Also, I mean, send us some extra water right now.
Yeah,
in
you need
California.
it. Which, speaking of
'Cause
which,
we got
how's
a
it
heat
going
wave
over
this
there?
week.
How is it going over there?
It's hot. It's hot. Today is our first day of our heat wave for the next. It was supposed to be 5
Summer.
days, but I looked today and it is now 6 days. No. This is bad. Our summer is usually like mid 90s. It's like a good summer temperature. But tomorrow it's supposed to be 108 degrees.
Ooh.
And it's supposed to be above 100 for the next,
Hotter
I
than
think, until
Satan's
Sunday is
butthole.
now I think 99. It's 99 on Sunday.
Ooh.
Which it was supposed to be back into the 80s, and it is just getting hotter and harder to breathe. I know it's harder, but hotter, it's the same thing. Anyways, my weekend, though, was great. Yeah, it was nice. I cut my finger. I didn't cut my finger. I have like this weird thing on my cuticle that I tried to bite off while I was running on the treadmill because it was bothering me so much. And have you seen Black Swan?
No.
Yes.
The movie?
Yep.
There's a part where she like peels a hangnail and it like rips her whole finger, like the top of her finger skin off. And it started to happen and I freaked the fuck out. And now every time I put my hand in my pockets, I just excessively bleed from that finger. So that happened to me again today. I don't know what the fuck I hit my finger on.
But also, like, fun fact with that is you have that blood disorder where you don't stop bleeding.
I do have a blood disease.
This ambiguous blood disease that Kurt will bring up like once a year, and then we'll talk about it for like 2 weeks and then talk about it again.
Literally. The one time I really ever injure myself. Anyways, I hit my finger today and it started bleeding and I didn't know. And I looked down and there was blood all over my middle ring and pinky fingernails, like dried blood. Like it had been bleeding for a while. And the bottom of my shirt was all covered in blood and it looked like I had like murdered somebody. So that was a fun thing to witness.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been a great Monday. Nicole, how was your weekend?
You know, the weather's been like 75 and sunny, like maybe 80s sunny. Nice breeze, you know, pretty great.
Nice. I mean, you guys deserve it. You're in Wisconsin. You have like a negative 40 degree winters.
You're right. I shoved all the bad weather your way, I guess, this time around. But no, I fucked up my shoulder this weekend. I don't know doing what, but it's fucked up and I don't know what to do about it. But we're sitting here. We're fine. Everything's good. It's good.
Good.
It's like she's like dipping low. I don't know what happened to her. It's not this one, it's this one. She like plateaus completely south.
Probably having like an injured muscle that isn't holding it into place properly.
That's what I'm thinking. And I think I did it
that's
sleeping.
Overstretched or something, or
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah,
well, nice.
otherwise
I hope
that's
your shoulder heals up.
Thanks, me too, because that would fucking suck if it didn't.
One more interjection. I like keep on remembering shit.
I'm ready.
I rode Velocicoaster again. Back row this time. And let me tell you, if you want to feel like you're going to fucking die, go in the back row. Haven't done front row yet, but literally almost said to myself, I don't know if I could do this coaster again because it scared me that bad.
We're not
but I'm
gonna
do
it.
Anyway, that's all.
Heard.
All right, great. Let's take a little break and we will come back with our mousekeeping.
All right, everyone, now that we're stopped, let's take a minute to shout out to our socials.
Since you've made it this far, maybe subscribe to our podcast. You can subscribe wherever you're listening, like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or whatever you're listening on right now.
You can also find us over on Instagram at Magically Unstable Pod and on TikTok at Foreverland Fairy Tales.
And most importantly, if you want more Disney content or if you want to listen to our podcast on YouTube, make sure you find us there. We're at Foreverland Fairy Tales, and just remember to subscribe.
All right, let's get back to the episode.
Where's your mousekeeping?
Where's your mousekeeping? Jesus Christ.
It's here, motherfuckers. Mousekeeping is here. So if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. But this is Mousekeeping, where we talk about all things new that are Disney, company, to the parks, to the streets, to the wherever. Kurt, I haven't. Hold on though. Before I call on someone, I'm pretty sure Kurt and I's mousekeeping is the exact same thing for both parks. So I feel like we should just tag team that now and get it over with.
I have a little bit extra, but the majority of it is the same.
Great. So I guess I'll start then, and then Kurt, you can jump on and fill in with your fun little fact. But
okay, Kurt's little just into the mic. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
So masks are no longer going to be required at Walt Disney World and Disneyland starting literally tomorrow.
Yep.
So by the time this comes out, if you're going to Disney, if you're hearing this, it is now optional to wear a mask if you are fully vaccinated. But Disney is not requiring proof of vaccination. We would hope if you are not vaccinated, unvaccinated, that you will still continue to wear your mask in indoor locations and attractions. But if you are vaccinated, you are allowed to ditch the mask. And, well, I wouldn't say ditch it, because according to the Walt Disney World website, face coverings will still be required for all guests on Disney transportation. So including buses, monorails, and the Skyliner. But it says that they're optional.
That is the same for Disneyland.
Wild.
Yeah. Physical distancing.
They are opening.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They are
You're
opening
good.
at Disneyland. They are opening the Toy Story parking lot, which is like weirdly adjacent to Disneyland. But they have Toy Story buses that will bring people from the Toy Story parking lot to the bus drop-off location for Disneyland. And you must, vaccinated or unvaccinated, not vaccinated.
No, I
Wow,
know.
that is weird to say. Vaccinated or not, you do still have to wear a mask on transportation.
Yeah. So don't show up without a mask completely. I have a feeling they'll probably be a little, I don't know. You never know if they're going to be lax or if they're going to go banana still on people. But either way, still have a mask on your person. Physical distancing is gone, which I'm assuming Universal announced that capacity limits are done. So I'm assuming Disney will get rid of their capacity limits. With that being said, reservation system will still be in place. So just like, keep on checking on the app, updates from Walt Disney World and Disneyland to see kind of what their next steps are now that they're literally taking everything away.
I am a little bit excited about that because I think that about the reservation systems, because I think that with the reservation systems, I think that they're going to lower capacity from what it was pre-pandemic and have not as many people and raise their prices so that they're still making the same amount of money as they were pre-pandemic for the amount of people that they had. But I think that they're going to try to have less people so it's less crowded and people have a better experience in the parks. Because I feel like they've been wanting to do that for a while, and I feel like they've been trying to by insanely increasing the prices for tickets and annual passes over the past 4 or 5 years.
Did you say you thought that for both or just Disneyland? Because
No, I think it's for both.
Interesting. I would have 100% agreed with you about Disneyland, but I feel like Disney World's going to increase its prices anyway and just keep shoveling people in. Like with the shovel, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they might. Like in like the Japan, the subways in Japan.
That's literally what I've been thinking. Yes, the subways in Japan, like right through the fucking turnstiles.
Yeah, they might. I mean, all they want to make is money.
Know.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so the couple things that I want to add in for Disneyland news is that we have a bunch of attractions and places reopening as of tomorrow and subsequently in the next couple days because of this policy change. So if you've heard me talk about Disneyland, I have said multiple times that you are not allowed to queue indoors right now. So once tomorrow happens, as of this recording, when you hear this and are listening to this, you will be able to queue indoors and there will be no social distancing, like Nick said. So because of that, you can be indoors. The Sleeping Beauty walkthrough attraction in the Sleeping Beauty Castle will be open as of tomorrow. For Disneyland in Disney California Adventure, you'll be able to go back into the Animation Academy. The Golden Zephyr will be open, and the the Sorcerer's Workshop will return tomorrow. In the next couple days, on June 18th, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes will reopen on the Rivers of America. And on June 25th, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters will return to Tomorrowland. And then the very, very last thing that will finally open is on July 9th. You will be able to go to the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail over in DCA. So those are the kind of almost like the last rides that really haven't opened up besides the Matterhorn, which already has a reopening date because of refurbishment. And the monorail, which I don't know why they're not opening the monorail. I guess it's transportation. Maybe they want to wait until it's like done.
But wowza, So much.
So it's exciting. A lot of exciting things, a lot of kind of stressful things. I don't really know how I feel about. I don't know, because it's just like going. I feel like Disneyland is just going from very prepared and very cautious to just like all fucking gas, no brakes. We're just gonna match Walt Disney World and just rip it off like a Band-Aid.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep. I feel the same way. Like, even though Walt Disney World has been slowly easing into it, I seriously feel like tomorrow it's going to be like bananas. Like
All
I don't
hell
know.
will break loose.
Literally.
Nicole, what do you got for
Nicole.
the company?
Well, I've exhausted the company, but I have a fun little tidbit of news for Walt Disney World at Hollywood Studios. Is the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railroad. You know what I'm saying.
Wow.
The Mickey Minnie Runaway Railroad.
Almost.
I don't know
Mickey
what
and
I'm
Minnie's
saying.
Runaway
Runaway
Railway.
Railway. Got it. Okay, got it. The pre-show came back today, June 14th. So
It
that's
did.
my fun little... It hasn't been back in 11 months, I thought I read. So
Yeah, it opened for a month, and then in 2019, and then 2020, and
They
then the
said it's-
lockdown happened, and then
they said it includes one of the new Mickey and Minnie, the shorts that's on
nice.
Disney
Cool.
Plus, and it ends with a bang, and it's supposedly super funny. So
Sweet.
I was reading that a lot of pre-shows are coming back. That's the one that was like a big deal, but I guess it's like happening everywhere now.
nice. Yeah, that was a big one that popped up. I was like, cool.
Nice. You know what I hope they don't do though? I really hope they don't bring back the dual pre-show in Flight of Passage. I hope they just keep the one.
Oh my God, honestly.
You don't need the two of
Fucking
them.
Jackie Ogden.
Yeah.
What is the other one?
So you do
It's
like
the
the pre one where
linking.
it's like, go ahead, move around your arms. We got to get all the bacteria off of you.
And they blast you with air, and then Jackie comes on and she's like, hello.
I'm Jackie Ogden.
Oh,
Follow me into the next
then
room,
it's like
and
the
then I will
10-minute
give
one.
you...
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Hmm.
Stupid.
Sivak.
Stupid.
Oh.
Oh,
Rise to the
man.
challenge.
You no
Yeah.
longer need to go on the ride. We just
Nope.
experienced the whole thing
done.
right here on the podcast. Okay, let's take a break and we will come back with this week's video, our Pride video.
Pride.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, let's take a break.
So gay. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, what?
So you like to travel to Disney and Universal, right?
Heck yeah, I do.
Well, hot diggity dog then. Kurt's going to tell you all about this super helpful website, theparkprodigy.com.
Yay.
How about that, Kurt? Tell us about it.
Tell us about theparkprodigy.com, Kurt, please. Radio in.
Yeah, guys, I'm super excited. TheParkProdigy.com is home to Universal and Disney travel experts who are committed to providing a stress-free vacation from start to finish. The best part is that it doesn't matter if you're planning on purchasing theme park tickets or an on-site vacation package. The Park Prodigy is rolling out the red carpet to make sure every family is as prepared as possible for their next Orlando or Anaheim theme park vacation.
But Kurt, have you actually heard of all of the benefits of using the Park Prodigy?
I think I have, but tell me more.
Some of the most popular added benefits of choosing the Park Prodigy includes their Magic Rewards program, which allows all guests who book through their small business to earn gift card points. And the best part is you can put those gift cards toward the final price of your tickets or package. So don't waste your time in the parks. The Park Prodigy will help you come up with the perfect itinerary for your days visiting all of the theme parks.
Sweet. But what other benefits can I get?
One of my favorites is actually their Magically Carbon-Free program, where the Park Prodigy will offset the carbon footprint from your carried or airplane travel from your home to your destination. And a favorite benefit for all the guests who purchase their Universal theme park tickets will receive early park admission to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter to help you ride Hagrid's magical motorbike adventure before the rest of the park does.
Oh, yay. But I love saving money.
Well, I can help you there, Nicole, because as an added benefit of supporting our show, the Park Prodigy is also giving an additional $10 off to anyone who is listening. Simply use promo code Foreverland 2021 when booking your next vacation to take advantage of all of those savings. Again, that's Foreverland 2021.
Okay, let's go into our YouTube video this week, our Pride treats at Walt Disney World. Head over to our YouTube channel, Foreverland Fairy Tales, to see the full view of all of the, I guess, not so delicious treats that Nick had in Walt Disney World. But yay, happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride!
It's great to be gay.
It feels, what's a word that rhymes with queer?
Beer.
No, like it feels so cheerful to be queerful. There we go.
Hey, there it is. I am 100% gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 110 if I'm drunk. So, just kidding.
Or
I don't
90.
drink anymore. Or 90. It depends. So,
Heard.
anyways, this is why I don't drink anymore. So, let's talk about treats. Let's get off the subject of me not drinking alcohol.
I mean, same, but we can save that for another episode.
Yeah.
But today's episode, we're going to talk about all of these rainbow treats. The
Rainbow.
celebration treats.
Right. Not Pride treats.
Rainbow.
Because,
If you can't tell, or if this is your first episode you're listening to, we hate the fact that Disney will not specifically say it is a Pride or LGBTQ treat in the title.
they're rainbow marketers, dude. Like, it's so annoying. I will say, out of 5 treats that I tried, one of them had Pride in the title. One of them.
Really?
The rest of them, one of them wasn't even called rainbow. It was just called like decorated crispy treat. Like that was the official name for it. And the other 2 were just rainbow. I'll just get into it a little bit and we can talk about it. But like Kurt said, like the rainbow washing, Disney is so fucking guilty of it. Like they try and pretend like, oh, we love, the gays, here's all of our stuff, but then they refuse to tell a middle class white family that the crispy treat that they're buying with the rainbow on it is Pride and it's not just like rainbow. And that's what pisses me off.
I will say, as a I guess disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. Oh, there she goes. I will say really quick as a disclaimer, I guess, that I am very appreciative of the fact that they even have rainbow treats, because I know that it is not an old tradition that they've done. I know that it is relatively new. And I also know that America is a capitalist country, and a huge way to bring about change for any underrepresented group of people is through big business. And, they're going to sell Pride stuff to make money, but it's also exposure for the LGBT community, for people who may not have that exposure anyways. So it sucks. We still got a long way to go, which is why we're always vocal about what still needs to change. And we need to make sure that Disney knows that just because you call it rainbow doesn't mean it's being supportive.
Exactly.
Retweet.
Exactly. And I guess too, like the rainbow is such a wonderful symbol, especially if you go and look like explained as to why it's used as the Pride symbol. But unless you label something specifically, this is what we're trying to represent with our brand, you'll have the people that turn it to the religious rainbow symbol, or, it's just like anything to be combative. So while Kurt is right, like the exposure is wonderful. It's like, wow, Walt Disney World really does have like rainbow shit everywhere. It's still like we have giant steps to take still to finally, for Disney to definitively take a stance and say, no, we're actually going to embrace June. We are going to, fully market something as a pride thing and maybe use part of that as a donation, which Kurt will talk about at the very end. We'll get a little bit into that. But right now, let's just stick to the 5 delicious treats that I got to try while I was looking around Walt Disney World, which, oddly enough, you can't get rainbow treats in all 4 parks. So just know that, or at least I haven't found treats in Magic Kingdom, which I guess Joffrey's does have like a shitty rainbow donut. It's not the Everglazed style donut, so I don't count that. And Hollywood Studios, which I'm really shocked doesn't have something pride, because like one of the kisses, Nicole's going to talk about this, but one of the queer kisses was in a Star Wars film, and like, what better way to like represent the community is to make that full circle and make it like, I don't know, like the Last Jedi pride cupcake or something. But
why would they do that?
Right.
They put out their 4 items.
Right. So
they fulfilled their quota for June.
Apparently, Epcot is the queerest park of them all, which fits because it's our it's my favorite park. I'm pretty sure it's Kurt's favorite park, maybe. But it's a queer park because that's where 2 out of the 5 treats were. One of them was a Mickey rainbow dome cake, and the other was a rainbow frangipane cake. I don't even know where to start, because I am just so disgusted by the frangipane cake. It's all I can think about right now. And
That's
I hate
so
that I
sad.
started with it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Was it comparable to the one that we had at Festival of the Arts years ago?
Yes,
In the
fact that the sponges were dry, but at least with the Festival of the Arts one, there wasn't an overpowering other flavor. Like with that one,
that's fair.
I feel like there was maybe some sort of fruit flavor that was with that one. But with this fucking rainbow cake, so first of all, it's from Kringla Bakery in Norway. So like high expectations. Everything in Kringla is fucking delicious. So like, I was so pissed that this motherfucker was so gross. Like it was disgusting. But it was a like 7-layer super thin frangipane cake, layered cake with the most flavorless cake I've ever tasted in my life. If sponge was a cake flavor, like just like kitchen blue sponge in the sink was a flavor, that would be the flavor of this cake. And then extremely sweet, overpowering ganache. So imagine taking that sponge, taking the most sickly sweet ganache you can find and layering it on that sponge and taking a bite right out of your fucking kitchen appliance cleaner. That's what this tasted like. And it was gross.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes a
Specifically
million.
the blue sponge, not the yellow
Not
sponge.
the yellow one, not any other fun color
the
one.
blue
It
one.
has to be the blue one. But that's really fucking disappointing because I love almond and I love frangipane, and that makes me really sad.
Yeah. And
Did
the
they
thing
have
that
any
I think,
like fruit jam in between the layers?
no, it was just thick ass, sweet ass ganache.
Gross.
I think the more upsetting thing to me was that I personally feel like these Disney news sites, like we talked about technically this episode that we talked about this will be in the future. So, but famous news sites, literally. Anyway,
We're
I read in
caveman SpongeBob
Shut
right
up!
now. I'm
Shut
so
up!
sorry.
Let me get through this. Anyway, these Disney news sites that we've talked about, Nicole's going to have to go on mute and turn her video off. We can't get through this. But I feel like there's a lot of misinformation. Like,
Always.
I just feel like there's a lot of misinformation. So I read about this cake on one of those news sites, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was so delicious. It was so almondy. Like, it was so great. And I've honestly never had a worse Disney dessert than that. And I'm like, so are these people actually eating this, or are they just taking a picture of it and posting it to their website?
The latter. The fucking option B.
Yeah. There was also a Mickey Rainbow Dome Cake, which was a tres leches mousse with a coconut cake, I guess. Kurt.
I just really want to ask about Kringla really quick before we move off of that subject.
Sure.
Because last time I was at the bakery, it wasn't open. They had that cart outside. Do you remember? Like that was the only thing.
Yep.
Is it back to normal? Like,
Yes.
What is the situation with Kringla? Because that's like my favorite place in Epcot.
So it came back. It was only open on the weekends for like the first month it was back, and now it's just fully back 100% as Kringla. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Do they have like a bunch of Kringla specific treats like they used to?
Yes. Like the cream horn,
Okay.
the rice pudding, the bread, the like chocolate Danish bread thing, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
School bread.
I was afraid that they were going to do the whole Disney, it's a bakery, so we're going to put all the same kind of bakery item treats that we always have in every single bakery.
Nope.
And then they'll also like put in school bread.
No, it's safe. It's safe for now, at least for now. So
Good.
we'll see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, sorry. Dome cake.
Yeah. We'll just talk about the location. It is in Sunshine Seasons, which is in the Land Pavilion. And this was definitely one of the better treats that I had. It definitely wasn't tres leches. You could have told me that mousse was chocolate mousse and I would have believed you. I got nothing from tres leches. But the coconut
That's
cake
good.
was really yummy. That was super light, super fluffy. That was great. The worst part of it was, if you watch the video, there was like a blue collar around the dome on the bottom, and it was like disgusting hard, like not hard, like sticky, stiff royal icing that just like coated the inside of my mouth, and it was disgusting.
Gross.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's disgusting.
Yup. The other thing, like inside of the parks, was in Animal Kingdom at the Zuri Sweets shop. A lot of people don't actually know that this exists. It's over by the Harambe Market, and it's kind of like, I guess, Animal Kingdom's like Main Street bakery, confectionery type thing. It's just like a nice little display case with all of their specialty Krispies, cookies, cupcakes, that kind of good stuff. And I honestly never knew it was there before I moved here. I've never even seen the inside of it before. So they had a rainbow. This was the one, it didn't even have rainbow in the name. It was Decorated Mickey Crispy, or like Decorated Mickey Treat. And it was a Mickey Crispy and a really delicious layer of marshmallow on top with rainbow sprinkles. And it was super cute. It was super yummy. I couldn't eat the whole thing. It was very sweet, but like the marshmallow was so good. It was the perfect amount where it almost was melty, but because like it wasn't, it was solid. So kudos to Zuri Sweet Shops, because Zuri Sweets Shop in Animal Kingdom.
That is the one treat that we have here at Disneyland. That is rainbow.
So disappointing. Like, I feel like out of the two parks, Disneyland would be more like gay than Disney World.
Disney World just has more land to cover. Land to cover the gay.
I guess. I don't know, man. It's weird. Okay, so to finish it out, the last two treats that we had were in Disney Springs. One was the Everglazed Rainbow Donut, and that was a vanilla yeast donut with a shit ton of disgusting hard sugar sprinkles, a dollop of the sweetest, most unflavored buttercream, and then a little rainbow gummy
Sounds
to top
appetizing.
it.
I thought those were Fruity Pebbles.
Nope, they're sprinkles, like the hard sugar sprinkles.
Gross.
Yeah, really gross. I will rate this one higher though. out of the 5 treats, like the dome cake and the donut, I think. I don't know. I guess those 3 and the crispy. But this one, the reason why it's slightly redeeming is that the dough in that donut is really, really good. Downside of it, half of my donut was literally raw dough, which I liked. I liked it. I ate it because I'm a donut maker. I'm a baker. Like, that's my day job, baking on a farm. And I know the things that I enjoy, and raw donut dough is one of them. So I liked that.
You.
But
Hey.
Any other normal guest, like, that's actually alarming to have raw donut dough, because there is usually egg product in it. So, like, it can be bad, really bad.
How does it compare to Voodoo Donuts?
They're like in the same caliber. The only thing is, I feel like Voodoo's got like its niche, and they do have really exciting flavors, even though a lot of it's really sweet. Like, Everglazed is cool, but it's like a posh Dunkin' Donuts,
Interesting.
I liked the donut. I think the yeast flavor of the donut and the rise on the donut at Everglazed was a little better than Voodoo, but Everglazed had raw donut, so I don't know. Yeah. So, Dees, if you like really sweet donuts, you'll like it, but there's nothing special about it. Literally no special flavor, no nothing. It's just a donut. And then lastly was the most confusing, weird. It wasn't, I'm not going to say disgusting, because it wasn't disgusting. It was just strange, and it did not work for me. Was at Amaret's Patissiere. I think that's how you say it. It is the Disney-owned bakery right by World of Disney.
I've been there once, and I think may have gotten like bonbons or fudge from there, I think.
Yeah.
They're the ones that specialize in like those giant dome cakes, right?
Yes. And I went there and got a Halloween treat once. Michael and I got like Halloween treats to go, and we brought it home and ate them, and they were really good. This treat was weird. So it was called the Pride Pastry. So hell yeah, thank you, Amaret's, for finally like saying pride. All over the shop, they were sharing these share your pride posters of like, take a picture with this dessert and do hashtag share your pride. So that was really cool. And if you watch the video, I explained that a little bit more. That's like Disney Springs, like their like catchphrase for Pride Month is like share your pride. And they want you to take pictures with rainbows, murals, their food, merchandise, whatever, and do like this hashtag.
Free marketing for them.
Exactly. So this thing was a salted caramel spiced mousse with coconut mousse, a passion fruit center, and whipped passion fruit ganache. When I ate it, I literally tasted like a pumpkin spice dessert with some strange like jelly aftertaste. I don't really know what they were talking about with a center of passion fruit. Like, I cut into that dessert, there was no center. This ganache, it looked like a brick, and you could clearly see like set mousse. So unless the outside of the brick was ganache that wasn't colored for passion fruit, like it was like a white outside with like chocolate on the top. So I don't really know what they're talking about. It was all very confusing to me. It wasn't decorated well. It wasn't great. I would not spend my money on that ever again.
Yeah, that looks like some stable, thick-ass ganache in there.
I know. And it just looked like chocolate, right? On the top.
Yeah, I thought it was white chocolate.
Yeah. So I don't know. Not good. For that to be like the signature Pride, like finally represented dish to be like that confusing.
They absolutely did that on purpose.
And just taste like pumpkin spice. Yeah. I feel like they were trying to make it like a well-rounded, like this is many different things and we can bring it all together and it'll taste really good. But instead it just tasted like weird.
Something special and like limited edition flavors or some shit. But
and I would expect it to be like a giant like rainbow or something, or like the word pride. And this was very subtle. Very subtle. Mm-hmm. My heart was like mangled. Did not look good. So yeah, that
well,
is.
Thanks for indulging yourself with not so delicious treats, I guess, with just treats.
Yeah.
Thanks for indulging yourself with treats for us and everybody to know, maybe not to get them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
thank you for your
You're
sacrifice.
welcome, guys.
But before we get off the subject of Pride, I would like to talk about what Disney is doing for the LGBT community. Since it is Pride Month, I want to have like a little tiny section on this. And I thought that this would be the perfect time to do it since we just released our Pride video. So I'll start off and say that I am shoving my foot in my mouth and taking back the words that I said about Disney not donating to LGBT communities from their Pride line, because they absolutely are. So it is an undisclosed amount, and they do not promote it anywhere except the Parks and Experiences website. So I'm not going to shove my foot in my mouth too far, because it's still kind of shitty that you're not saying that you're donating money from that merchandise to LGBT organizations around the world. So there's the same thing like we said in the beginning. We took some steps, but still got a lot of bigger steps to take.
Yep.
I'm not going to name all of the charities that they donate to, but they donate to 10 different charities around the world that help a wide variation of people in the LGBTQ plus community, in all different ages, all different ethnicities and races and religions. And they really do a really great job with that. So kudos to you for doing that, Disney. All of the money that comes from their Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar Pride lines are being donated. So I'm really happy about that.
That's great. Yeah, that's awesome, because we were very unsure. We were like, oh, great, here we go, rainbow washing merch specifically. We were like, because they don't market a lot of their merch as Pride. It'll be like rainbow Mickey shirt, but it actually looks like they're embracing this like Pride. Like, no, if you buy the Mickey rainbow shirt, that money is going to an organization to help, people in the community. So that's great.
Right. With the double-edged sword, with that is like, I wanted to stay positive, but it just like really grinds my gears that they're not fucking saying that. And they're not saying that on purpose, right? Like it's planned, so that people still buy it who wouldn't buy it if it said your money is going to be donated to LGBT organizations. So I just like I really wish I owned Disney so that I
Could
can
change it.
do these things and tell people to fuck off if they don't want to spend their $35 on a ugly ass rainbow Mickey shirt.
Ooh, you know what would be an amazing shirt? Would be a fucking like tie-dye shirt with Figment on it and him blasting rainbows out of his dick.
That's
That would be a shirt.
Right there.
That would be a shirt. You know what they could even do? They could use, apparently, Bing Bong is a flaming homosexual from Inside Out.
Oh God, yeah.
And they made him like the Bing Bong Sweet Stuff shop at DCA and on Pixar Pier has become the gay store for Disney California Adventure. Like they have Bing Bong with a fucking rainbow shooting out of his ass as like the main that's the main feature of the store.
We gotta hook him and Figment up.
That would be a dynamic duo.
Oh my God.
Follow the bouncing Figment.
As soon as you walk in, no, Figment's dick would just like get sucked right into his cotton candy body.
Figment wouldn't care.
Oh my God, we need to not go.
Whoa,
we need to not go
slope.
down this rabbit hole. Anyways,
Yikes.
Bing Bong Sweet Stuff. They have like all of the Pride merch there year round. So that is the unofficial. It will always be unofficial, apparently. Gay place to shop at Disneyland.
Nice.
Anyways, thanks for supporting organizations around the world and donating your money, but you can still be doing more. Nicole.
What's up, bitch?
Nickel, what do you got for us, Nickel?
Reporting.
What do you got? How is Disney supporting the LGBTQ community?
So, I wasn't sure what to do because Disney fucking doesn't do anything. But they do. They do the bare minimum. And
They don't do enough.
They don't do enough. Yes, the bare minimum, if you can call it that. But they are starting to put LGBTQ character like on screen time in their newer movies.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't make any sense. What am I trying to say?
It didn't.
They're having
It didn't.
they're having queer
Representation.
characters. Yeah, they're
Queer
yeah.
character representation in newer movies. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. My
Sentence
brain's like,
structure was 100 times better.
Mhm.
It was. My brain needed a second to process it. We're lagging a little bit here. It's fine. But as mentioned earlier, it's the last Star Wars movie, right? It's it's the Last Jedi.
Episode 9.
Isn't that the last one?
That's the last one.
Oh, episode
And it's the
10.
Rise
Is
of
it the
Skywalker.
The Rise of Sky, like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
at
that
the
was
very
episode
end
9.
where everybody's
Yeah.
fucking celebrating. Okay, yeah.
With the
Is that not The Last Jedi?
No, the Last
No.
Jedi is
Because
the
it's
second
after
one.
Rey lands. Yeah.
the second
So
one.
Rise of Skywalker, they have a lesbian kiss at the end of it for like, I think it's like 0.2 seconds on screen, but like it's there.
She's like not a general, but she's like a higher up. Like
She's a higher up. Yeah.
Lesbians only exist in outer space.
no, they exist here, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're.
No, I'm saying that's what Disney is saying.
Got it.
Yes.
Disney's saying
Disney,
lesbians
yes.
only
Got it.
exist in outer space,
Got it,
which
got
is
it.
why they
We are
can't be
on the
on
same
any
page
of
now.
our other films.
Actually, I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong because my other example is of a mythical creature that's a lesbian. So,
Literally.
but we'll get there. In Beauty and the Beast, Nick's favorite movie, Beauty and the Beast, the
Shut
live
the
action.
actual fuck up.
That's
The
literally
worst
the
movie
worst movie Disney has ever made.
ever.
So it's both of their favorite movies. They made LeFou as flamboyant as he could possibly be, and did a little smooch at the end of that movie too for like half a second, but it made every single person who is not part of the LGBTQ community infuriated. I told you, we're buffering here.
I'm just thinking, like, seeing, like, fucking Brenda for the first time, seeing that, like, on screen. Like, Brenda, soccer mom, 45, and her
I
just,
was like,
like,
who the
with
fuck
her
is
5
Brenda?
kids.
in her Live, Laugh, Love t-shirt, and her going, oh, my God!
No, you know she would be wearing like a shirt that said "Be Our Guest" in cursive
Yes.
with like a rose at the bottom.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And I haven't seen it, the new High School Musical, the series. Jesus, a mouthful, original. They have a same-sex relationship. They have two gay men, gay teenagers, who are in, I don't fucking know, I haven't seen it. And then one character has 2 moms. So,
Nice.
great.
Nice.
They are not in outer space, though, so lesbians don't just exist in outer space in Disney.
They only exist on Disney Plus series.
That's what I'm saying. See, I was just going to come in here and bitch. It's like, yes, this is great, but like, I won't be happy until like the Disney
They make,
A-team
like,
animators
Leslie?
make
the
a
fuck?
gay
Sorry.
or lesbian or trans or main character. Elsa, gay. They refuse
That's what
to
I was
confirm
trying
it.
to say. It's Elsa,
Let It
and
Go
came out
was
as
her
Leslie.
coming out song. Fucking Raya and Damari and Raya and the Last Dragon, they definitely lick each other's coochies. Like, they are lesbians. And
Yep.
Kelly Marie Tran has come out about this and agreed with people in the community that Raya is gay. But Disney won't confirm it, so Disney can kiss my big booty with that one.
Preach.
They're so gay. Like, they literally immediately after that fight scene went and like
Hugged.
fucking munched carpets like all night long.
Yeah. Rub their titties on each other.
Literally.
Munched carpets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So Awesome though. Love to see representation, but like fucking Disney. Can Frozen 3 just be Elsa being like, "Hey, I live in the forest, and Honey Marin is now my lesbian
that
wife."
One girl.
Yeah,
they won't. I was gonna say they might. No. Well, they did release in 2020. This is the last one, I promise. A Pixar short. So like, you know, nothing mainstream, nothing. It's like 4 minutes long. About a gay man who is yet to come out to anyone, and he switches lives with his dog. Very Freaky Friday moment.
Yes.
And it makes it even harder for him to try to hide his relationship with his boyfriend from his parents, because now the dog is in his body. I don't fucking know. Sounds cute, but also like, it's a Pixar short. Like, that shouldn't be fucking headline news in 2021. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yep.
It is a cute short. I do recommend watching it.
Yeah,
I feel like it can hit home for a lot of gay men.
Heard. I just feel like they did it in a very strange way with switching bodies. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
The shorts are always done beautifully, so I'm sure it's great.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it.
I'll watch it.
You should watch it.
Nice.
Great. Nick,
all right.
Nick, what you got?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet because for me, Disney can do a lot of things on paper and a lot of things that they think are philanthropy that don't hit home, like actually supporting the community. And the gayest, most queerest, awesome thing that Disney has done is actually allowing cast members, the people that they employ, to be themselves. So obviously, there was a big old fucking uproar when Disney said cast members can show their tattoos and cast members can wear costumes that they feel more comfortable in, really accepting non-binary cast members who may happen to be trans but have had to wear the outfit that goes with their outer appearance because of the cast member look. And that is super rad to me that like Disney said, you know what? If a male cast member would like to paint their nails, they may. If a trans man would like to wear a male costume, they may. It's no longer forcing cast members to be who they are not. So to me, that's the coolest thing that Disney could do, especially hearing about all of their diversity and inclusion training that they have added since the pandemic. And that's how you actually show social change to me, is saying, fuck you to guests. We're going to back the people who run our business.
As it should be.
I love it so much.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy
I'm sure I will have one more thing to say because I've said something about Pride every episode this month, and I'm sure I'll have one more thing to say next month. But if I don't, happy Pride.
Stay safe.
Super excited that we are here to be alive, and it's great.
Love your beautiful queer self. Just go give yourself a big old smooch.
Okay, let's take a quick break. We will come back with Nicole's therapy session.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
All right, Nicole. It is your therapy session. What have you got?
What you got?
I'm ready. Okay.
We're all ready.
Great. I want to chat. It's nobody's fault but Mother Nature. I want to chat about fucking 30 to 40 degree days at Walt Disney World.
Oh, it's so fun.
I don't want to travel to Florida, aka a fucking tropical place, when it's fucking cold outside. That's the worst. I have been to Florida in the winter, a lot. And so, okay, I've bitched about it before. The fucking 4 a.m. day with the fucking minivan at Hollywood Studios waiting for the goddamn opening of Rise of the fucking Resistance, right? It's like 35 degrees. I'm wrapped in a blanket, sitting on the ground. That should not be a Walt Disney World day. Even when the sun came up, okay? The sun came up and it was still, there was frost on the ground. There was frost on the ground.
Yeah.
I backed up from my microphone. You're welcome.
What time of year was this?
January. I mean, to be fair, cold, but also like it's supposed to be in like the 50s, the 60s, not the 30s where there's fucking frost. You wake up, you see fucking frost on a palm tree. Absolutely not. So that happened. Do you remember, Nick, you were there when we went and saw, no, just hang on. Hold on. Hold tight. We're going on a ride. Okay. Do you remember when we went and saw Happily Ever After that it was the dessert party night? It was the dessert party night when we were on the lawn and I ate a bunch of cheese and I got yelled at for it. And
Nicole consumed a lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
I did not yell at her for that.
Intolerant.
Oh my God. I can post the picture on our Magically Unstable Instagram. Wow. Exciting.
Okay, we were like 4 stray dogs standing over like a sewer grate shaking. Like you can picture it now in like New York City, like trying to hover over like a garbage vent and like stay warm. It was so
we
bad.
had the smallest fleece blanket to share between all of us.
One that Michael and I went to buy because it was spitting outside, like very lightly raining, and all we had was a poncho. And then
it was hell.
Yeah, for some reason in the random ass Pirates of the Caribbean store right outside of the ride, there were these fleece like plaid blankets.
Were on sale.
Yeah,
they were like clearanced fleece blankets.
We got it for like $10, and the manager flew over and was like, "Those prices need to be changed now," like because she knew people were gonna buy them, and so that's how we got blanket.
Okay, they were inflating those prices to like $29 a blanket.
Yeah, the next person got one, and they didn't hear that we got ours for $10, and she was like, "Okay, that'll be $29.98."
Yep, it was wild, but then. Okay, but I'm going to close. I'm going to close with Epcot. I have this picture framed of me crying in the Norway. It's framed on my wall. We can also post this one if it's better than the cheese one. Oh, we can post dual. It's of Nick and I. Nick is soaking wet. We're both in ponchos. I had a panic attack because that's what I'm here to do on this planet. And I'm crying. It's fucking freeze raining outside. This was the same trip as the cheese trip, okay? It was just a bad trip. But I shouldn't have to go to Walt Disney World when it is 30 degrees. I think that is horse shit, and I think it sucks. And that's my therapy session.
Yeah. Michael and I, the one time we went, we landed and it was 26 degrees outside in Florida.
Illegal.
The high was like 30. And the thing that sucks though is like the state of Florida isn't prepared for that. Like the gift shops, like no one's prepared for that. And you can't predict the weather. Like you can look at the weather app and like that day it was supposed to be like 45, 50. So Michael and I brought like sweaters and long pants and we were like, we'll be fine. No, it was 28 degrees and none of the... Where are you going to fucking buy winter clothes in Florida? Like, nowhere.
Literally. And to speak about the fucking Rise of the Resistance Day, the 4 a.m. morning, I had to carry a fucking blanket around with me all day. You know how much that sucks to try to stuff the blanket that you sleep with at night in the bottom of a fucking roller coaster? I'm calling Rock and Roller Coaster out for that one, where you just have to shove it beneath your feet. That blowed.
That's a rough one.
That sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Global warming, global warming, global warming.
That's a thing.
Got it. Hell yeah. Stupid. But anyways.
Yikes.
Yeah, I
don't feel better.
Luckily, I have
enraged.
not been able to experience this, so I really don't have anything to share with you.
Yeah, it's actually enjoyable if you have proper clothes. But when you're a tourist, like living here and going to Disney when it was 40 degrees out, like having my winter clothes with me was nice because no one was fucking there. No one wanted to be at Disney in the cold, but my ass was there and I was having the greatest time of my life. But then you have the tourists that show up in shorts and tank tops being like, oh, it's Florida. You're not going to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to 40. It's always 40 at home. That's what I thought.
Being from the Midwest, though, Nicole, we should have known better because in Wisconsin, one day can be 90 and the next day could be negative 20 and it could be snowing.
Literally.
So you should always pack for a disaster. Always pack a jacket.
I think you should always have a disaster go bag. That's all I'll
Always
speak
pack
on
a
that.
jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Life
going
advice
to,
from
but
some magically unstable people.
yeah. 2 out of 3
All right,
recommend.
nice. Wow. I'm glad that we all got that off our chest. Mostly Nicole, but I'm glad that it's off your chest. Great job.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let's head into our coping session this week, and it belongs to Nick.
Hey, yo. So I'm here with this
What you
week's
got?
coping session this week. So I'm going to tell you about something that I'm real talk.
Do we get to once again discuss the Magical Express Golden Prius?
No, I mean, I'm sure it'll come up in conversation, but no, this is something different. Something that I didn't realize I was going to have to cope with. So I'll throw it out into the universe and see what you guys think about it. So I'm a person that I get a lot of guilt. Like that's part of my mental illnesses. A result of one of them is that I feel guilty a lot. And I want to talk about coping with mask guilt, which is a term that I am coining myself. So you're welcome. And some of you may feel this already, so we'll see if we're in the same boat. So now that Disney, Florida, California, like pretty much the entire United States is lifting their mask mandate. In Florida, especially, it's been lax, in the theme parks, which is where I'm at most of the time. It has been a varying level of guilt for me not wearing a mask. So when I first read the rules of, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. That first day I was right in Magic Kingdom, the first day that masks were, you didn't have to wear one outdoors. There were still people that were wearing masks. And I had this guilt of I don't have to wear a mask, but I'm going to. So for the first couple of weeks, I still wore masks in the park, even though I've been fully vaccinated for a while now. And I feel like people like us have taken on this, I don't know if it's a martyr or I don't know, this role where we've been no, we're going to follow the rules. We're going to socially distance. We're going to get our vaccine. We're going to keep our masks on. We're going to listen to the CDC. And we've spent so long pushing that narrative and those actions through the pandemic that now that because we've done what we were supposed to, we're allowed to not wear a mask. And it's this guilt of not wearing a mask and dealing with that. And anytime I have any sort of thought of taking my mask off, I have this big sense of, no, I should wear my mask for the greater good. And it's been really weird to deal with. It's almost I don't want to say PTSD because I don't want to use that term lightly, but it is this, for the last year, that's been the norm. The mask is the norm. If you're a good person, you wear a mask to protect others. And now that we don't have to, it's a crazy feeling. And knowing that I've been in that mindset. So this is kind of how to cope with that feeling. Ever since I've been vaccinated, when it fully took effect, I've had this attitude of you know what? Fuck you. I did what I was supposed to do. So I should reap the benefits of following the rules, I was a big advocate, just of late of you know what? The CDC says we shouldn't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. Fuck yeah. We all actually got the vaccine. We shouldn't have to wear a mask. We shouldn't feel bad about not wearing a mask. And then, I don't really know where I was going with that, but it's, I think that's my coping mechanism is, I do still wear my mask a lot, although I will say for the first time, I was in a line queue for about 40 minutes without a mask on. And that was not by choice. That was by accident. But that was the first moment where I was fuck, like according to the CDC, I'm doing exactly what's right, even though that this is indoors, I'm vaccinated. It felt so wrong. And I literally was having a mini meltdown about it.
I feel like we're all suffering from some sort of PTSD, like complex, where it's just like,
You
it's
okay?
this, no, it's like there's this
Don't try too hard.
What?
I said don't try too hard.
My brain is thinking in over thoughts. Where we all just, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, though?
Kind of. I'm not familiar with, I know that there has been this like new term thrown around for like a mass, like all of us going through like a pandemic type of PTSD.
I think it's just like, yeah, PTSD that's centered around one very specific event. It's not like if you, I don't know, multiple events trigger you, it's just this one thing.
Maybe. I don't really know. I honestly, I don't know. I feel like maybe everyone should benefit from some therapy because of the pandemic. Like it was life-changing and everything. But I don't know, man. It's I'm trying to help with like coping because I know if I feel it, there are many, many others out there that feel this way. And when that happened, so we went on Rip Rocket not the Rip Rocket, it's Ricksaw Falls, which is a water ride in Islands of Adventure. And one of our friends was like, hey, I'm going to get a locker. We had just been eating ice cream at a table. He was like, hey, I'm going to get a locker. I don't want our stuff to get wet. And when I was eating ice cream, I threw my mask in my bag, where I wear biker shorts and I usually keep my mask in my pocket. And I didn't realize I had thrown my mask in my bag. So like we're trying to clean up, we're trying to run in line because it was only a 10-minute wait, and we get in line and get like it was an outdoor queue and then it switched to indoor. And I was like, okay, got to get my mask. And that minute I realized I didn't have my mask and that I was going to have to go through a line queue without a mask, this guilt like came over me like, oh my God, I'm doing something so wrong. I'm such a bad person. Like for the last year, that's what it's been. If you don't wear a mask, like you're kind of an asshole. And letting that go of being like, no, I'm not a shitty ass, like, I don't want to say Republican, but like anti-vaxxer. Like, no, I'm allowed to not wear my mask. Like I did what I was supposed to. So I don't know. I don't know. That's how I would cope with that, is just realizing that you're doing nothing wrong if you're not wearing a mask and you choose to not wear a mask. And I like this verbiage of the choice of it's optional. You know, if you're fully vaccinated and you still want to wear a mask, like fucking go for it. You know, you do you. But if you're fully vaccinated and you're a pro-vaxxer, you know, believe in the pandemic, guess what? You don't have to do that anymore because you're a good person and did your part. So yeah, that is what I've been thinking about lately.
Nice. Good coping session.
Yeah.
Love that.
God, all the anti-vaxxers are going to come out of the woodwork on that one.
Yeah, and we've said it once, you know, a million times. We'll say it again. Make sure that you are comfortable with what you are doing, and just remember that you cannot control what other people do around you. So if you feel safer wearing a mask, wear a mask. If you're okay with taking it off,
take it off.
Take it off.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yup.
Nice. Well, thanks for helping everybody cope with that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Our new Instagram, Magically Unstable Pod.
Yay.
We are on Instagram. You can also follow our YouTube channel and our, I guess, YouTube channel, Instagram, Foreverland Fairy Tales, where we still post a lot of stuff. Yeah, who knows anymore? We're just going to take over social media. Every account will eventually just be ours.
We will be Disney, the conglomerate.
Yes. All right, guys. Yeah. Make sure you have a great weekend ahead. Happy Pride. We will talk to you next week.
Stay magical and make decent choices. Bye.
Bye.